Have you ever looked at an old object in your home? A piece of furniture from your grandparents, a dusty painting in the attic, a stack of letters tied with a ribbon, and just wondered about the life it lived before you, the hands that held it, the secrets it might tell if it could only speak. It's a universal human curiosity, a dream that we might be the unknowing guardians of a hidden treasure. For most of us, it remains a daydream. But for one woman who brought a family heirloom to the Antiques Roadshow, that dream exploded into a breathtaking reality, creating a moment of television so pure and joyous, it reminded us all why we love stories of discovery. But as the clip of this incredible moment began to circulate online, something else happened. The conversation took a sharp, passionate turn. The joy was suddenly mixed with fear, and a fierce debate erupted, not about the painting's value in dollars, but about the value of the show itself, and what it would mean to ever lose it. A grandmother's gaze, a staggering surprise. The story begins, as the best ones often do, with family. The year was 2010, and the Antiques Roadshow had set up its treasure hunting tent in San Diego. A woman approached the experts with a beautiful, classic oil painting. It wasn't a landscape or a still life, it was a portrait of her grandmother, painted by the renowned American artist Robert Henry. You could feel the history radiating from the canvas. This wasn't just an item, it was a matriarch's gaze, a piece of her family's soul passed down from her father. She knew it was special to her, but she had no idea what it represented to the wider world of art. Enter appraiser Peter M. Fairbanks. With the gentle reverence that makes the show so captivating, he began to unpack the painting's history, the artist's significance, and the incredible quality of the work. You could see the owner on the edge of her seat, her expression a mixture of pride and nervous anticipation. We, the audience, lean in closer to our screens, holding our breath right along with her. This is the magic of the roadshow. For a fleeting moment, her story becomes our story. Her hope becomes our hope. Then Fairbanks delivered the number. He advised her that the family keepsake, this beautiful portrait of her grandmother, should be insured for a staggering $250,000 to $300,000. The woman's reaction was everything. A gasp, a hand flying to her mouth. The look of pure, unadulterated shock that ripples through a person when their world is gently turned upside down in the most wonderful way. It was a life-changing number, a validation of her family's quiet legacy. But the story didn't even end there. Years later, in 2016, the show revisited the appraisal. The art market had shifted, and Henry's work had become even more sought after. The painting's value was raised, soaring to an almost unbelievable estimate of $500,000 to $700,000, $500,000 or more, for a portrait that had quietly watched over her family for generations. From celebration to a fierce defense. It's the kind of clip you can't help but share. It's pure happiness, a shot of adrenaline for the soul. The show's social media team knew this, of course, and recently posted the heartwarming moment to their Instagram account. They surely expected a flood of comments celebrating the woman's incredible luck and the painting's beauty. And they got them. But they also got something else entirely. Scrolling through the comments, a different kind of passion began to surface. Beneath the congratulations, a current of anxiety and fierce loyalty was bubbling up. One user's comment seemed to open the floodgates. To think that this has been defunded. How can anyone object to the joy this program brings? Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about the $500,000 painting anymore. It was about the pricelessness of the program itself. Fans began to voice a deep, collective fear over the precarious future of public broadcasting, a system that has nurtured shows like Antiques Roadshow for decades. Rumors and news of budget cuts and shifting priorities had clearly struck a nerve. The comment section transformed into a digital town square, where devoted viewers rallied to defend a show that felt like an old friend. The tone was emotional, protective, and even a little angry. It was the sound of a community realizing that something they held dear might be in jeopardy. People weren't just debating funding, they were sharing what the show meant to them on a deeply personal level. They talked about watching it with their parents on Sunday nights, the quiet comfort it brought into their living rooms. They spoke of how it sparked their own interest in history, art, and the stories hidden in their own family attics. In a world of loud, chaotic, and often divisive media, Antiques Roadshow was hailed as something gentle, educational, and unifying. It's a show that doesn't shout, it listens.